Alright. Whew! Alright, folks, so this is take number 3. And this was a video originally that was going to be about only Terre de Hermes. But I decided, because I kept drawing comparisons between this and Grey Vetiver, that I was going to make this a battle of the two. They kind of have their own things going on, but they're both vetiver fragrances, vetiver powerhouse, vetiver heavy fragrances, so I kind of wanted to pit them against each other. And I think I'm going to start with Grey Vetiver, which is something I'm more familiar with, but something that is so good. I remember ordering this one, and I waited like freaking a month to get it. I jumbo shopped it, which, you know, I could have probably just went to the store and bought it, and it would have been worth the money instead of the wait. But honestly, this fragrance, it was worth every minute I waited for it. It was super good, super worth it, and it's my first Tom Ford. It's part of their signature line, so it's one of their cheaper end ones, and you know, cheaper end does not mean cheap. Tom Ford tends to charge at least an arm for it, if not an arm and a leg. So this one's kind of one that I was super stoked about getting. I paid only like $120 for it or something, and I think for that price it's 100% worth it. I think that this one is the more formal of the two. I think they both have their time and place, but I think this one is a nice, sunny but dry day. I would say this is more. Let's give a good comparison here for the times and places I'd wear both of them. Both are daytime. However, I think this one, I'm sorry, I'm in a park. I don't know if recording in the park is really cool or not. It seems like no one else is around, but I keep checking over my shoulder just in case. Anyways, I think this one's more LA. I think this is drier but hot weather. You know what I mean? This is out west. And I think that if I was to dress up and go outside on a sunny day in Los Angeles where the sun is beating down on you, but it's not too overbearing because it's dry, this is it. This has more of a dry, grassier vetiver to me. And I think it's a more special occasion than Terre de Hermes. With Terre de Hermes, I see it as perfect for the weather I'm in right now. It's perfect for a t-shirt. It's not something you have to get dressed up in. It's definitely a little more intimate, I want to say. It's deeper, but in a good way. It's not something you want. It's not something you want to wear in drier weather. I mean, you can definitely pull it off, and it has this like cooling effect to it. I believe that's what I hear a lot of people say about it, and I kind of agree with that. It has like a cooling effect to it. It's again, like I said, it's more built for this weather, and I'm here in North Carolina here, where the weather gets pretty damn humid. So dry, you know, the dry Grey Vetiver still works, and it contrasts with the humidity well. But I think if I want to play into the humidity factor, this is what I'm going for. And I think if I'm gonna sweat, if I'm gonna be outside all day in hot, humid, sweaty weather, this is probably what I'm going for. I don't think it will get too cloying in that hot weather. I think, honestly, its true colors would really probably shine in that kind of weather. This one is something where, you know, you're going to... I can't really find... Both of these I would see after, like, getting out of a hot, humid shower and spraying on myself. They're both clean, and I think that Vetiver kind of gives it both of these fragrances a barbershop-y kind of feel. And I think this is something I'm wearing when it's something I'd probably much rather wear in the winter, whereas I'd rather wear this in the summer. Even with how versatile both of these are, you could definitely wear both of these whenever you want, and it wouldn't bother anyone, I don't think. Now, they both also have a citrus and vetiver combination, you know. They both, of course, like I mentioned before, they're both vetiver heavy. But I think that This one is a lot more defined in its vetiveriness. It's a lot more grassy, a lot more dry, like I was saying. But I think also that when I smell this one, I can pick out like a grapefruit. It has a grapefruit note in it, but it almost smells like I'm holding a bundle of vetiver grass in one hand and a literal grapefruit that's sliced in half in the other, and just rubbing them on each other and smelling it. And it's super good for that reason. It's a little more realistic, a little more natural. It's a little higher end, and I love that about this one. I think that's what gives this one a great character. This one is a lot more damp and earthy, and it has like a cedar patchouli benzoin combo in the base that makes it a little more, like I was saying, intimate. It's a little more, even though it is an eau de toilette and it projects a little more than the Grey Vetiver, it's a little more like deeper. It's kind of like I was saying, this is a bright, sunnier day, but this is like a day where the sun is starting to shine and it's starting to get super hot, but it's humid, and I think this is kind of its ballpark. That's what the beauty of this one is. It's hard to find a fragrance that really connects in that weather. You know what I mean? I think that also it gives me vibes to the Terre de Hermes one. Gives me vibes of Dior Homme Sport, the modern formulation, that is, at least, because I do have a bottle of that, and both of them contain pepper, vetiver, and cedar, I believe. They both contain all three of those notes, and I think that's kind of why I get similarities of this to Dior Homme Sport. I think that we'll do a quick summary of the two, because again, not again, but I think that it's hard to find words for these two fragrances when they're already just two huge juggernauts. Terre de Hermes is like a powerhouse on its own. It's a unique fragrance, but it's still mass appealing at the same time, and it's something that kind of shook the world when it came out in 2006, at least the fragrance world. And it also has the inclusion of a flint note, which maybe that's what gives it its cooling quality to it. I'm not quite sure, but it's just an amazing, beautiful, versatile fragrance. I think both of these are classics. I think both of them have hints of the timeless barbershop notes that you get in a lot of fougere fragrances, but I think they do it in a super unique way. Both of them do. I think that both of these are super masculine. I think you'd be hard pressed to find a woman who would smell good wearing either one of these, or at least smell better than wearing a perfume with one of these on. I mean, you can wear whatever, whenever, however you want, and you're allowed to do that. But I don't see a woman wearing Terre de Hermes. I could see a woman wearing Dior Homme. I couldn't see a woman wearing Terre de Hermes. I don't think I could see a woman wearing Tom Ford. As unisex as Tom Ford's fragrances are, this one is not one of those. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know which one you guys prefer, and what other vetiver fragrances I should check out, or just fragrances in general that I should check out. And until next time, keep the world smelling good. I'll see y'all later.